Hi guys, today we are finally jumping back in on the transformation and makeup train. We're back to usualness, and today we're doing Bioshock Infinite's Elizabeth, specifically the Burial at Sea version. I recently just finished this cosplay. Actually, it wasn't that recently. I did it in February. It's now May, so I guess it's not that recent. It's about 3 months ago when I last wore it. And today I'm gonna get in costume again for you, but I'm only gonna wear it for like 5 seconds. I'm not even gonna wear all of it, so hey, let's go. Okay, so first we have to prepare my hair for the wig cap. I put my hair into 2 singular braids, and with this I didn't even bother pinning them up because my hair is so short. If you have longer hair, then you may have to pin it up and make sure it's out of place, but for me, easy peasy, just put it in a wig cap and like close it up. It's easy peasy. Looks great, I know. The next step is foundation, and because I have touched on this so many times, I'm just going to speed through it really quickly. It's just a basic foundation, basic concealer, and if you watch some of my other videos, I do go into more depth with that. So if you want to go more into depth in my personal routine, then you should watch one of those. But I'm just going to speed it up because, you know, every person's skin is different, so you do you. Next step is contour. I don't do this very often, but for Elizabeth I really need to, because I look nothing like her. She's got like a tiny nose and I have not, so we're gonna fix that. When I contour for Elizabeth, I especially focus on the tip of her nose because it's really tiny, and mine is not really tiny, so we're just gonna fix that. Again, really focusing on the tip of her nose because hers is a lot smaller than mine. Next part of our contour mission is the cheekbones and the jawline. Again, she has like a completely different face shape, and I'm not like one of those amazing people who can just like completely change their face shape. I can't do that. I'm not good enough for that. But I tried my best, and this is just how I do it. I'm more of an eye person because I never touch on contour. Contour is really hard, especially if you're trying to recreate a face shape. It's even worse if she doesn't exist. But I have a really square face, and she has like that classic oval. It's just perfect, and I'm like, I'm a square. I also do some highlighting. I just take a basic highlighter and just highlight. I feel like with this highlighter, you can't even see that I've highlighted, so maybe don't buy this one. But it's just my nose, my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, my chin, and of course, my forehead, on the points that are risen on her face. Alright everybody, grab your eyeshadow palettes because it's time for the eyes. First step is just to mark out her shape of her wing, I guess, her wing eyeliner thing that's going on. It's really easy to do this. Normally I can't draw wings, but for some reason but for some reason in eyeshadow it's way easier. So you just draw your wing, and then I just blend it out just to soften it a little bit, because it's not like super harsh, but I try and avoid softening the wing, and mainly just the eye part. Next I try and make that cat eye a bit more defined, so it really stands out, and attempt to brush off that bit of smudge. Next I go in with my grey, and I chose grey and not full black because if you look closely, her eyes aren't actually full black and they're grey in the centre. Next I take a white and I highlight the centre of my eyelid and the inner eye corner. Next is just making sure it looks nice and neat. I'm always really bad at this part, which is why my makeup tutorials really go for the grunge look, you know? Because I can't really do neat. I find it hard. So you just, you know, try your hardest, guys. It'll be better than mine. And obviously get rid of that fallout. And use concealer to fix it up. There we go. Also, be careful because my concealer started blending with the fallout that couldn't come off. So be careful of that. Yeah, don't get this foundation. It's got like the worst fallout in the world. The best part, eyeliner. So with Elizabeth, she has black eyeliner, but I only put this on the lash line, and the reason for this is we're gonna go back in with the white and fill it in on the waterline. You want to make this look kind of smudgy as well. Now we go back in with the white eyeliner. For the white eyeliner, I just use it on the waterline to make my eyes just look a bit more bigger and a little bit more like Elizabeth. Because currently, they don't. So let's fix that. Next, I'm doing liquid eyeliner. Really, this step isn't necessary, but I think it adds a little bit more depth to the eye look. And because it's not full black and it's grey and black, I think it does add something. I'm not really sure, but I think it looks better. But this is totally optional. You really don't have to do this if you don't want to. Also, don't forget to wing it. And don't make it too thick either. That's something you'll be careful about. Next, just use your favourite mascara for both your top and bottom eyelashes. You can add false eyelashes if you want, but really it's not a necessary step. I didn't bother, even though in my original photo shoot I did at Digicon, I did actually use false eyelashes, but you really don't need to. If you've got a good mascara, you really don't need to. Next, I really don't recommend this step, but I use the white just to go all over the empty space in my, I guess, brow bone, but then it started blending with the black and it all became dirty and just gross, so I don't recommend that. Don't do it. And again, because you've already seen an entire eye and I've walked you through it, you really don't need to see the other one, so I just time-lapsed through it to be really quick. Also, how come this eye turned out so much better? I don't understand. I don't actually understand why it's so much better. I think it's because I wasn't focusing on recording, because I didn't even know if I was going to keep it in, and I didn't have to worry about making sure you could see what was going on. So, I don't know. Who knows? I always do better makeup when I'm not recording, which is just absolutely typical. It's just amazing. I made myself, actually. Now for Elizabeth's signature black bold eyebrows. Now her eyebrows are really quite different from mine. I have really thin eyebrows, and she actually has really thin eyebrows as well, so I suppose that's quite good. But they are super long and super arched. Mine are like short and stubby. If you have thick eyebrows, you may want to wax your eyebrows or pluck them or whatever, because they are so skinny and so arched. But I'm lucky because I'm a blonde, so I don't really have eyebrows. Again, if you're ginger, if you've got like hair, then you know what it's like. We just don't really have eyebrows. They just don't exist in our blonde, light-haired folk. I wish I had eyebrows. I don't. It's quite funny, actually. Again, the more cartoony, the better. I don't actually put mascara on, but you can. And next I use a spoolie brush. This helps it just make it look a teeny bit more realistic and a bit more like convincing that it might actually be my actual eyebrow and not just Sharpie. But you don't have to do that step because you can't tell. Next we have lipstick. I recommend for con days getting a long-lasting lipstick. I did, and this one sucks. I don't like this lipstick. The one I used for the actual convention was so much better. This one bleeds and it's just not good. I think it's like £1 from Primark. Don't buy it. Just don't bother. But I just put that on. Ta-da! Next I do blush. This is not the best blush. It's also a different blush from the one I originally used for Digicon. So it doesn't look exactly like the one I used in the Digicon photos. But I still like it. I think it adds a nice highlight as well. But you need just like a tiny little blush. You don't want the blush to be the focus of this look. Aha, next we have the wig. Now it took me forever to actually get this wig on. I don't know why. I think it's because I couldn't tell where the sides were, and I was trying to adjust it to make sure it fits. But this is a plain lace front, if any of you are wondering. I got it from eBay. And if I can find the link again, I'll put it down. If I can't, it's not going to be there. But I bought it quite a while ago, so I'm not sure if it'll still be there. What is this? We're in my bathroom! As you can tell, this wig is like way too long. So we're going to fix that with a little trick. I have a big box of bobby pins. Trust me, you're going to need them. And what I literally do is I just turn my hair and I roll it inwards to make like that ball shape. Because Elizabeth has really weird hair and it doesn't look like it's been cut. It looks like it's literally been tucked into a ball. It's so weird. So I literally just use like a million trillion pins to try and hold a shape. Word of warning, this is going to take you a hot minute. It is not easy to do and I don't 100% recommend this method. It looks nice, but you have to babysit it. It's such a pain, it falls out, and sometimes you can't create really good results. Like, the one for Digicon was way better, which is kind of lucky because that's the day I had my photo shoots. But this one just did not want to stay up. And obviously, I didn't use hairspray in this one, but I would really recommend using hairspray because it really helps to lock in the hair and make sure it doesn't budge. And, oh my god. If you guys know of better methods on how to do this wig, please share them in the link. Everyone will appreciate it, I promise you. Everyone will appreciate it. Well hey, I'm in my costume. I made this costume and there will be videos on it. I'm not going to get too much into depth. Again, stick some more pins in there, make sure it's super secure. And you do have a slight problem of trying to work out what the back looks like. Just feel around and try and get it perfect as possible. Yeah, just stick some more in there, yeah. It's really weird filming in my bathroom. It's really bizarre, I've never done it before. Now for the best part, blood. Okay, so we start with just using a plain old pencil lip liner to mark out where the little scars and bloody parts are gonna be. And after that I just use some brown eyeshadow to add depth to these cuts. And now I got a bit excited with this one and I've made it way too big, so I just used some makeup remover to just kind of clean it up and try to smudge it around a little bit actually. Try and make it a little bit more dirty. Again, this is so forgiving. You just go to town, just make it dirty, make it gross, you know, really go to town. And I do this with all my cuts, by the way. I just add brown, maybe a little black on the really deep parts, but I would avoid using too much black. Use as little as possible. Brown is going to be your friend though. And if you really wanted, you could just leave it with, oh yeah, put more pins in. And if you really wanted, you could just leave it with the brown shading and that's it. But you know, I want to show you how to go a little bit further. I don't even know what's the point of putting those ones there. You can't see them. I also put another one on my lip, of course, and shaded it, of course. And now for the blood. I put it all over my lips, just smudged it everywhere, smudged it into the wounds. Just, you know, really go for it, you know, just smudge it everywhere. The more the better, really. I love Gore, you know, gotta love it. It's Bioshock, there's a fair share. You're just gonna mix it in with the fake blood and it's gonna make this really oxidized and disgusting colour and it's gonna be minging. Okay, so next is adding dirt and you literally just get brown eyeshadow and put it everywhere. Make sure it looks patchy uneven. That's how it's gonna be convincing, guys. Okay, so now we're done. Hope you enjoyed, and I'm just gonna do some self-indulgent posing for a little bit, you know. It's really mandatory. Thank you so much for watching my Berry Let's See Elizabeth tutorial. I've been meaning to do this tutorial for a really long time, and this is actually the first time I tried this kind of SFX thing properly. This time I wanted to make it look really dirty and like she's actually been at the bottom of the ocean at Fontaine's department store. I think some of it could definitely use improvement, but I think for a first attempt at this kind of thing, it's not too bad, not too bad. That looks really gross. It feels really gross as well. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. And I just want to make a little side note about this wig is if you're planning to do this method, you have to babysit this, okay? You have to babysit this. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in your mind while you do this. But anyway, I'm planning loads more Bioshock kind of makeup tutorial and cosplay videos. I'm also in the process of working on a full costume breakdown because I made this costume from scratch. So I've got an entire video on how to do that. My lovely costume. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I've already said that, but I'm gonna go take this off now and I'm gonna go rest in my pajamas. Anyway, bye guys.